Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Thursday, April 6, 2023. And we begin with one of the most famous golf tournaments in the world, the Masters, teeing off today. A total of 88 players will compete for the green jacket, given every year to the winner. Previous champions are automatically invited to participate, and that includes Tiger Woods, who actually has 5 green jackets in his closet, the most recent one from 2019. The legendary golfer is still walking with a limp from a serious car accident 2 years ago, and the 47-year-old tells CNN he's unsure whether this Masters will be his last, adding, "I don't know how many more I have in me, so I just want to be able to appreciate the time that I have here and cherish the memories." He tees up for the first round at 10:17 this morning. The amount of snow in California this month is among the largest in state history, tying a mark set in 1952, thanks to 17 atmospheric rivers over the state since December. The April 1st reading at the Phillips Station south of Lake Tahoe was a staggering 126.5 inches. Last year at this time, it was just 2.5 inches. The state's Department of Water Resources says the snowpack is currently 300% above average. And while it's great for California's often parched water supply, there is the concern of flooding once the snow starts melting this spring. A model on a cover of Vogue magazine is getting a lot of attention because of her age. Apo Wang-Ad is from the Philippines and is 106 years old. She's a tattoo artist carrying on a tradition from her Kalinga tribe, and she has no plans to retire, adding, "As long as I can see well, I will keep giving tattoos." The editor of Vogue Philippines says they chose Apo because they felt she represented their ideals of what is beautiful about their Filipino culture, and the concept of beauty needs to evolve to include diverse faces and forms. In other KidNuz notes, the city of Chicago has a new mayor. Brandon Johnson beat the frontrunner Paul Vallas in a runoff election in the Windy City. Education was a big issue in the campaign. Vallas, a former Chicago schools chief, championed charter schools, while Johnson, a former teacher and union organizer, focused on neighborhood schools. Johnson will replace outgoing Mayor Lori Lightfoot when he is sworn in next month. Legos may be a super popular toy, but they're also part of a big art exhibit that is about to open in London. The Chinese artist Ai Weiwei has used 650,000 of the Lego bricks in 22 different colors to recreate a famous painting of water lilies by the late French artist Claude Monet. The nearly 50-foot wide piece is the largest Lego artwork Ai has ever made, according to the London Design Museum. The show will open to the public tomorrow. And a mom from Utah is turning heads and stopping cars by dressing as a giant traffic cone to keep kids safe. Whitney Durfee says in her time as a Trailside Elementary School crossing guard in West Valley, she's seen many drivers distracted and had a few close calls. So, according to ABC4 News, she decided to don a big, bright orange traffic cone costume to remind drivers to slow down and look out for crossing kids. Durfee says at the very least, it's generated quite a few laughs, adding, "They can't miss this." That's it for KidNuz. A big thank you to all our generous donors who help keep KidNuz free and available to everyone. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, please go to our website, kidnuz.org. Now, our KidNuz quiz. How many times has Tiger Woods won the Masters? 5. What popular toy was used to create a large piece of art in London? Legos. How old is the model on the cover of the Vogue Philippines magazine? 106. A mom volunteering as a crossing guard dressed up as what to get drivers' attention? A traffic cone. In our KidNuz Kicker, it's an important time for people of faith. the major Jewish holiday of Passover that celebrates the biblical story of the Israelites' escape from Egypt, started last night. It lasts for 8 days with holiday candles lit in the evening and big holiday meals enjoyed at the beginning of the Passover period. Meanwhile, Christians will observe Good Friday tomorrow and Easter on Sunday, their oldest and most significant holy days, commemorating the death and resurrection of Jesus. Many mark the event by attending special church services, followed by festive Easter morning brunches and baskets. And of course, there are Easter egg hunts and rolls, the most famous of which will take place on the lawn of the White House on Monday. Before we go, we want to give a big KidNuz shout out to some of our terrific teachers, Mr. Smith and his historians at Coronado Middle School in Coronado, California, Mrs. Sanders and her Timberwolves at Midland Elementary in Lacon, Illinois, Mrs. Hutzler and her Eagles at Hedgesville Middle School in Hedgesville, West Virginia, Miss Mendez along with Bellatrix the hamster at Barton Hills in Austin, Texas, and Mrs. Iyengon and her Wolverines at Wilson Elementary in Caldwell, Idaho. Thanks for listening. A friendly reminder, we'll be taking off tomorrow and Monday for a short spring break. Have a wonderful weekend, and we hope you tune in for more KidNuz Tuesday morning.